When we embarked on this project, there was a phrase which I have really had a huge impact on me, and I've kept in my head as we've gone through this change. I've never found the source of this quote, so I apologise to anyone in this room from whom that I've stolen it, but it was this quote. It's that if you want to look at a company's values, don't look at the words on their website. Look at the way they measure their employees. Yesterday, we heard a huge amount of concepts around patient focus, around transparency, around trust. What GSK has done is had a radical change to live our values, be more transparent, and deliver on the trust agenda which we need to change as an industry. Because globally in 2015, that's every country from India to Russia to the US, there is not a single representative or sales manager who is now bonused on the end result, on sales results or patient share or numbers of boxes. Our sales representatives are now bonused on the quality of the information they bring to our customers and not the result. And we believe this will drive more balanced, more transparent discussions with our customers. I can guarantee that anybody here who's been a sales manager or representative has had that moment where you squirm on your chair because a representative has given a bit of a nudge and said, "Doctor, come on, do a few more boxes for me. I'm a bit low on my bonus this month." That is not patient focus, and that is not what we want to see happen in this industry. And that is what we're ensuring does no longer happen in GSK. And for me, is what we want to drive across the industry. We want to drive great, high-quality conversations. I want to be really clear. The core role of a sales representative at GSK has not changed. The role of a sales representative at GSK is to sell our medicines and our vaccines for appropriate patients. Not all patients, but for those patients who will benefit most. If we can do that, our medicines and our vaccines work really well, and our customers will continue to use more and more of them. But we're using measures which are more appropriate to that objective, which is about the quality of the information that we can bring, the quality of calls that bring real value to customers and their patients. I think it's very interesting to look at other industries, an industry like the financial services industry, who I think ranks pretty close to the pharma industry in terms of trust and reputation. In all high street banks in the UK and also agents in BNP Paribas in France, agents in the front line who have been responsible for selling mortgages, selling insurances, those agents are no longer bonused on the amount of mortgages or insurance they sell. They're bonused on the quality of the information they bring to customers. Of course, the banks know if they can bring quality information, they're going to continue selling these products, but it's done in a different way and not with the end result in mind. So we're measuring things which, as commercial people here, we all know drive great sales calls, quality sales calls. So what does that look like? For a representative, we measure our representatives on the scientific knowledge. Do they have enough knowledge to be able to represent our medicines and our vaccines in front of our customers? Can they deliver? Are they capable of delivering sales calls which bring real value? So we evaluate them on that. Are they able to differentiate their activity to go to customers where we can make most difference? And that's through business planning. Our managers now are also are measured on their scientific knowledge. Is it enough to support their teams? Are they able to coach their teams to deliver sales calls of real value? And also, can they make the choices in their activity and their resourcing to ensure we see the customers where we can make the real difference? These are things that we've always wanted to drive, and that's where our bonus system is now focused in GSK and not the end result. I'm not saying it's been easy. It's been a huge change over the last, we started to put it in place in 2014 with every market going live in 2015. It has been a bumpy road. It's a massive change. So I really wanted today to share some of the learnings that we've had with you. First of all, you cannot replace the objectivity of a sales ranking table. It's impossible. If you try and do that, you get enormous complexity in your organization. So our first markets who went live with this system really tried to replicate that level of objectivity, And we saw complexity. We saw over-testing of representatives, very complex evaluation forms. So you're never going to exactly replicate it. So you have to accept a level of manager subjectivity, because the sales manager needs to be out there evaluating their representatives. We very quickly learnt in GSK that alongside this change, we need to put in a significant program of sales manager excellence to accompany this change and to ensure that our managers are able to differentiate between representatives based on different measures, that they're able to give transparent feedback, not just once a year, but every time they're on a field visit. So that program was extremely important. It's something that's continuing globally now.